Yes, wonderful to watch. The true mark of a champion, Rudy Hartono, pulling himself right off the floor there when, as you say, he was lost the first game and was down 6-7-1 in the second. But at that stage, I don't know whether Gunalan couldn't believe his eyes, but he certainly, his concentration possibly relaxed a bit. The errors started to creep into his game. Hartono saw his chance, and you don't need to give Hartono more than one chance for him to pull himself right back into the game. We could be wrong, but if we believe Gunalan, you know, he says that his fitness is so suspect that the favourite should be now for Hartono to win yet another All-England Championship.
Quiet, please.
Well, his stamina may be suspect, but it's everything to gain here, and let's see if Gunalan can really pull out just that little bit more and go through the pain barrier and win this All-England Championship. Is he so tired that his technique is impaired? Well, we'll see in the next few minutes. And the course that this match has taken is so very much like the semi-final, the Hartono-Sture Johnson of Sweden semi-final, a fascinating game last night, which also went to 3, and Hartono, like a boxer who's received a heavy punch and gone down, he took his count, but picked himself off the ground and won that match. Can he do it again?
1-love.
A really great player is the player who will, even on his worst day, is better than his opponent on his best day. And we'll have to see whether Hartono comes into that category, because he's not the Hartono of the last 3 or 4 years. He's lost something, but he still seems to have enough to win against all opposition. And of course, it's not just personal pride at stake for both these players here. There's a great national rivalry. Malaysia, Indonesia. Hartono, Indonesia. Gunalan, Malaysia. Just as a point of interest, we have some Indonesian commentators right by the side of us here, taking it live on satellite to Indonesia. So that gives you an idea of the interest in the game in that country. Second, I'm told, only to soccer.
From what I hear, Emlyn, the crowds at badminton matches in Indonesia and the Far East in general are not dissimilar to those at football matches, actually. Not from the rioting point of view, but quite a lot of barracking and shouting and supporting going on for their favourites. We've heard a bit of it here today, but the umpires soon put a stop to that.
Service over, 3-love. Service over, love, 4. One, 4.
interesting point there, Ron. That rally was won by Gunalan, but it may be to his disadvantage. I think that rally would take a tremendous amount out of him physically. He really ran a long way.
Yes, it's very true. It's all part of the tactics of the game, you know. Sometimes these players are so clever that they purposely prolong a rally with a view to wearing out and tiring down their opponent.
And the 5 years difference in age, the suspect stamina of Gunalan, and even though Hartono has had this break from the game following the Thomas Cup last year where he lost to Sven Pri, he's still, I think, fit enough to withstand the physical pressures of this game, and this is where he's coming into his own now, leading by 4 points to 2, Hartono, in the final game. That one was good, on the line.
5-2. Service over, 2-5.
And even though tired, that lightning smash of Gunalan, it's still there. It was a very good drop. He had to take it a little below the net, but he was taking it a little later than he would have done in the first game, where he was getting in very fast and trying to put that shuttle on the ground. A couple of bad ones from Gunalan, but a good one there to get the service back. And this is a very critical part of the match for him. He just can't afford to let the Indonesian
3-7
get away any further from him. He's notched another point now in this final game. It's 3-7. Three very good points there. Bring him back from 2-7 down. He didn't have to work too hard for those points. And a fourth one.
6-7.
Well, maybe he needed another shuttlecock, maybe he needed a rest, maybe he needed both.
Service over, 7-8.